Ah! Holy shit. YouTube, what is up? We are back with day 18 of the Stupid Simple Fast program. I believe it's day 18. I think I said day 16 yesterday when it was actually 17 because then I edited day 16 and realized that I said day 16, but I think it's day 18 today. We got day 4 of the program where we are going to be doing some RSI jumps, some regular jumps. I'm gonna rip the regular jumps on the OVR, just see how we're doing there. We got some doubles on the cleans and some 8s on the squats. Cannot promise that we get to the squats today because we have to hurry up to softball league tonight before we have our tournaments this weekend. So either I'll bump that to a makeup day, I'll record it either way, just so I hold myself accountable so I don't skip these 8 rep max squats because there's nothing I'd rather do than skip these 8 rep max squats. But hopefully we get it all in today. If we don't get it all in today, we will do it on tomorrow or after the tournament on Saturday or on Sunday just by itself as a standalone thing. I'll add it into this video. Option 2 is I'll do a makeup day because I have to do bench, and maybe we do a bench squat meathead day and we'll just do a big Q&A day. That day, maybe, that kind of sounds a little bit more appealing, but I want to get it done today. So we're gonna see what that looks like, and we got to start off with this RSI jumps. We got some regular jumps, then we got some cleans, and we got some squats. That's pretty much it. Gonna answer a couple questions in between. Let's rip, let's go. Before we get to our RSI testing, we had 3 sets of these hop bounces. I showed these last week, but just for people that are watching this video or this series for the first time, I really want to show these because both times I've done these have felt like absolute money. And it gives me a really cool feel of interacting with the ground. So this is an S tier one that I want you guys to try at home with whatever program you're doing, just as a little plyometric extensive warm up. It's a good one, it gives you a feel. So we're going 3 hops into 1 bounce, staying pogoey on all of them, just getting a little bit higher on that 3rd one. This one's nice, let's go. Ooh, gosh, those are nice. It's giving me the first plyometric feel I've had in a long time. All right, now we got the OVR hooked up. We're gonna do a couple RSI tests today, and then some just max out approach jumps on the OVR. Just get the body rolling for these cleans. RSI in the warm-ups has not been super great so far, which kind of makes sense since yesterday we sprinted. Achilles is a little bit fatigued from that, but we want to increase that and get something high. Our record right now is a 2.28, and we got to get a 2.3 today. We suck at these, but we're going from shit to suck. Let's go. Oh, that one might have been good. That one might have been good. What'd I get there? 2.01. All right, first jump on cameras into 2s. I'm excited because we hadn't had one in 2s yet, so that's a good day. That was 30 inches on the vertical there. My ground contact time is just so ass. Just not good. Not good. Got to get it up here. Let's go. Oh! What was that one? 2.20. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, that one was much faster off the ground. That was a 2.78 off the ground. If I can get that bounce off the ground, we're going to get this RSI up. Let's go. Yeah, boys and girls. Yeah. 2.33. Let's go. 2.74 off the ground. Let's do one more jump here. Rip the smelling salts before this one and get going. Let's go. Woo! Come on. Give me 2.5. Let's go. Oh, damn it. 2.23. All right, I'm gonna shift this around, then we're gonna hit max approach jumps. Let's jump high today. All right, now we got our approach jumps. It's kind of cool. In the OVR app, you can label each jump variation that you're doing. So like this one I can label as approach jumps and the regular jumps, and it stores all that data separately so that I can compare my approach jumps to my approach jumps and my vertical jumps to my vertical jumps. So that's kind of cool. You can build this out to like a 180 jump. You can build this out to a 1-step approach. You can build this out to a 2-step approach. I kind of like that approach. So like those small little things with pieces of equipment. Like you can just tell who actually uses their equipment, and who actually likes their equipment, and who is just making equipment to sell and make a bunch of money. And small things like that are super helpful. So we're gonna hit this approach jump here. Let's get it. Ooh, 28.3. All right, it's a decent first jump. Got to open up. I don't know if I've broke 30 inches on the OVR yet, which is pretty bad. We got to get up. Oh. 28.4, okay. All right, that's humbling. I thought that was better. The late landing does not work as well on this one as it does on the jump mat, because that one would read significantly higher on the jump mat. That's humbling. Let's get this third run here. Let's go 29 here. Oh, 28.5. We have gone up 0.1 inch every jump. All right, couple more here. Maybe change the approach up. We'll go from this angle over here, clean some of this stuff out, see if that helps. Usually I'm a left to right guy, but I don't think that's gonna help us today, boys and girls. Just before I get too roasted for these OVR jumps, I'm gonna chug some Ghost here. I can dunk a basketball. Now, as of last time I went, which was like a month ago, I can dunk a basketball. They're rim grazers, right? They're not super great. I need a little bit of a flatter ball just to grab onto, but we can dunk a basketball right now. So I think it's just me figuring out the OVR jump test, getting more used to it. Like, not a total naff right now, like 28. 28's pretty humbling, all right? But we have some athletic ability in this body, I swear to God. Let's get a 30 here, let's go. Ooh, all right, 29 inches. That's the approach right there. If I could come from this way, that's probably 40, would add like 10 inches. Let's do 2 or 3 more jumps here. In a non-joking way, I might actually be a naff today, because last time we tested the OVR, we had the OVR set up and the jump mat in between the OVR. Maybe that was messing up the timings, but when we did those 2 jumps together, they were pretty consistent. Like a third-ish of the time, they were matching. I would say a little less than a third of the time they were matching. Then like the other halves, I don't know how you do that math because it's not an actual third, but the other more than halves were the OVR would read a little bit higher or the jump mat would read a little bit higher. And one would read less and one would read more. Like it wasn't a very straight correlation of the jump mat reading significantly higher. So it might actually be my approach here is why we suck, and maybe I'm actually jumping at 28 on the jump mat too, or we got something jacked up, or we messed something up in the preliminary testings of this. But we did compare with, shoot, I'm forgetting his name, the German. Oh, the German thrower, totally missing Jan or Jan. With Jan, he brought his OVR and we tested that in that video, and it was pretty similar. So on a non-serious note, we might actually be a naff today, now that I'm thinking about it. I just thought about that when I was walking away. All right, let's get higher here, let's go. Ooh. Ooh, there we go. 29.5, 2 more jumps to get 30 here, let's go. 30.5, we're gonna call it there. Look at this, this is sports science right here. Straight trend line up. When I would see that trend line drop, that's when I should cut it, but I'm gonna give myself that win, right? Like that's, can't have a better graph than that. 30.5, that's a good win for the day. Let's go get bodied by these hang cleans. We got these cleans here, we got some hang cleans. Got to reframe my mindset a little bit with these cleans during this program. So this is something I've always known about myself and a lot of the athletes that I've worked with, that when you start getting fatigued, especially in season with these athletes, main population was like college football guys when I was at St. Thomas, we had 100 guys. The number 1 metric you would see go away first when an athlete is fatigued, especially when they start in season, is like the quick twitch stuff. The athletes typically maintain that strength a little bit better, the slower stuff, the things they can grind through, that doesn't really leave them. And it's not that the quick twitch stuff leaves them, it gets so fatigued so quickly and they're spending a lot of it on their sport. And then you have the contact part of the cleans, which I think is also a big part of it. When I get fatigued specifically, I've always remembered this in football, that when we started in season and my back would start to get fatigued from all the contact, or right now, all of the swings, it would really sissy out of absorbing contact into cleans. I was always terrible at that. It would be the number 1 thing that fatigued. So when you combine these 2 things where your quick twitch is leaving you and you don't have the bar speed that you used to have, and then your body's bailing out on the contact piece of the clean where you're catching it and absorbing it, it's going to be a lift that probably struggles in season. And I've seen it basically my entire life, especially high school and like early college when I was still doing Ollie lifts. I've seen it with my athletes, and that's why I got to reframe what these cleans are for in this program, which is just to keep the touches of the quick twitch stuff in the program. Well, knowing that it's not that all of this stuff is going away or I'm getting that much weaker, and that's why you keep the strength stuff in the program, the slow grindy stuff for your athletes in the program, in season, because a lot of times you can get those numbers up or they'll stay the same, and it's like a confidence booster for those athletes to know they're still doing good in season, especially an athlete that the weight room means something to them for, which is like myself, or like when my weight room numbers are good, I just feel really good about myself on the field, like I'm doing the right thing. Whether that should be correlated or not isn't necessarily true. It's just the psychological piece to that, and that's why you keep the strength stuff in the program, because it's something you can win at, something you can grow in season. It's a little bit easier. But the quick twitch stuff, I gotta reframe the brain around of, I'm probably not gonna get a ton of wins on this quick twitch stuff, especially the cleans when it comes to that contact and deceleration of that bar. So even though we're not getting wins, as long as we approach it with that mindset, we know why we're not getting wins. It's not that we lost all of our ability to clean or we're super, super weak because we have the strength numbers to back that up. Obviously, if those are going super far down, we need to change some things, or we're probably overly fatigued a little bit. But it allows you to reframe it and realize we're keeping it in to keep the quick twitch touches in the program so that we actually don't lose that, because when you stop doing that stuff, it's actually when you lose it. So we're gonna go for small wins on these cleans, not try to set PRs. Last week I went in with the mindset that we're gonna PR on these, which was just a terrible mindset. It was stupid. The bar hasn't felt good on the cleans in a while. The reason I think the snatches, not the reason I think, the reason I know the snatches are going up, even though the quick twitch stuff is feeling good, like the pull on the snatch feels really bad. But I'm starting to get the technical piece of dropping underneath the bar, so I'm just much more efficient. That's the only reason those snatches are going up. The pulls on those feel like butt cheeks too. It's also, I'm not as scared of the contact and the deceleration of that bar. It doesn't crush the spine as much, so I bail out of those a little bit less. But that's why the snatches are going up. I can use those for a win throughout the program. I can use all my strength lists as a win throughout this program, and I'm just gonna try to find wins in this clean. All right, let's get going. Oh yeah. So then one of the typical high school questions is like, why are you training hard at all in season? Like, isn't it all about the sport? And it is all about the sport, but a couple factors here, especially if you are not the all-star on the team. I think there's so many athletes that try to stay so fresh for everything in their sport, and it's a little bit of an insecurity of like, if I sacrifice any physical traits at this practice, whether that's true or not, then I'm not gonna be able to perform at the best of my ability as a third string or second string football player. It's like, okay, you're a third stringer or second stringer, maybe this is the time to grow those traits that'll get you on the field instead of being safe and comfy as a third stringer and a second stringer. Gotta find some clips here. And in season is a really good time to make sure you maintain or grow those things, not at the cost of your sport, but like maybe at the cost of a practice, you know what I mean? Like, not every day needs to be feeling 100%, and maybe practicing under 100% conditions would help you as well. But it allows you to keep your strength levels, your twitch levels, all those things that you grew in the off season, in the in season, and then you can kick the off season off running, and you have a head start on everybody. It's gonna keep you feeling fresher towards the end of the season. If you run the right program where you're peaking towards the end of the season, even if you are all-star, you're gonna play at your best. You're not gonna shrivel away like so many football guys and so many sport guys do during their season, where they just shrivel and they're like a shell of themselves when they're supposed to be the best of themselves at the end of the season. But back to the backup, it's like, let's not spend 4 years being a backup, staying exactly the same we are as we were day one, as we are when we leave college or when we leave high school, right? I think so many people, like, again, hold on to those insecurities, hold on to that second string, hold on to that third string, and just never grow into something, never take that job, never take that next step, because they're unwilling to invest in the moment because they're so scared of like holding on to their money, the thing that they have right now, and they feel like if they mess up at practice because their legs were a little tired, they're gonna get benched, which is like, that's not what's happening there. And you're probably messing up at practice regardless, which is why you're a second or third string, so why don't we mess up while we're growing and making changes to our body, right? So that's a big part of why you should train in season. And again, the second part is, even if you are a starter or you're performing really well on the field, let's build ourselves to perform well when it matters and not be our shell of ourselves when it matters. So that when the playoffs hit or the softball world, state and nationals and worlds hits, I'm feeling like an absolute unit. So I'm sacrificing a little bit of how I'm feeling at the start of the year. Not in the sense of like I'm sucking right now, but just like having some fatigue levels going into these tournaments, some fatigue levels going into these games. And by the time I peak at the end of this program when it really, really matters, I'm just absolutely destroying and mashing the ball and I feel really, really good in my body. But if you do it the opposite way where you skip all this, trying to hold on to it, I'm telling you by the end of the season, you're gonna feel so much worse than you would if you just took those deposits out at the beginning and then felt really good at the end, right? So let's get this weight here. I'm gonna grab some chalk and we're gonna rip. Let's go. That body does not like the deceleration of the ball right now, but that felt good. Good little pop on the bar. Let's go 275 next. 275 on the bar. This is where I got heavy last week. Let's man up and get it. Let's go. Bar's moving actually pretty good today. Maybe all you have to do is complain. Just complain and come up with a bunch of excuses why you sucked. And then the bar rewards you. Like draws you back in. Like knows you're about to leave her. It's like that toxic ex, you know what I mean? What's it called? Like, not a love bomb, but they give you like breadcrumb. Maybe it's a breadcrumb. Like you're just about to leave. And then they make the offer sound too good. Come right back. That's what the cleans are doing to me right now. 295 next, let's go. Oh! Let's go. Oh, that's feeling pretty good. It's feeling pretty good. Let's go 315 next. All right, let's go, baby. 315. This would be sweet. This would be sweet. This would be a little comeback, a little breadcrumb. Let's go, baby. Come on. That was heavy. I think if I groove it a little better, I have another set in me, but I'm going to leave with that win. That was a good win. That felt really strong. Almost missed it on that second one. Manned up and got it. I'm gonna leave today with a win. Feel good about myself rather than hate myself. Bar was moving good. Bar was responsive today. Felt like the form and the pull was a little bit better. Appreciate you guys watching these videos. If there's anything you ever have a question on, or you liked about the video, or you disliked about the video, please leave a comment on the video. This is my favorite thing about these videos is like the long form community that it builds, and it makes it feel like I'm not just talking to air the entire time. You can like, you can subscribe. Obviously, watching the video is the best thing to do, because hopefully it's worth watching. But if you can leave a comment, that'd be amazing. It's not for any algorithm thing, it's nothing like that. It's literally, I just want to build a really cool community on these videos, and it starts in the comment section. So appreciate you guys watching. Keep chopping wood, baby. Let's go.